I like to know things.
Hi, my name is Natalie, and I have an exciting video for you today. I want to talk about the difference between organic foods and conventional foods. And this is something that I'm really excited about, and I think that this information today will make you want to change some of your buying practices and eventually will lead to better health for you and your family. So what does organic mean? Organic means that the food is grown and produced without the use of pesticides, fertilizers, food additives, sewage sludge, that it's not genetically modified, and that there's no radiation used at all. So now I want to take those 6 things, break them down, talk about each one of them, and show you how that applies to organic and show you why it is better to buy organic food over conventional food. So you have probably gone to the grocery store and needed to buy bug spray for maybe an ant problem in your kitchen. So you go down the right aisle, you find the brand that you want to buy, you go home, you look at the ant trails, and you start spraying away. Well, that spray has an odor, it has a smell, you know that it's a chemical compound. But would you take that spray and would you spray a plate that you were about to put food on to eat off of? I doubt that you would do that. Well, and that's actually what is happening in our conventionally grown crops, is that pesticides are being used on a daily basis. The U.S. uses 1.2 billion pounds of pesticides per year on crops. All these pesticides have been linked to hyperactivity, asthma, allergies, immune disorders, cancers, fetal defects, and even neurological damage. A study published by the National Research Council in 1993 actually determined that the major source of pesticides for children and infants was actually through the diet. So they were able to research and study and determine that we are getting the most pesticides through our foods. The second category is fertilizers, and these are things that are not found in organic foods. And more than likely you've gone to the grocery store, picked up some fertilizer, gone to Home Depot or the nearest retailer and gotten some fertilizer for your lawn or for maybe a garden that you're growing in your backyard. But here's something really interesting that you may not know about fertilizers. In a 5-year period, toxic waste was sent from 44 states to fertilizer companies. And this toxic waste included arsenic, cadmium, mercury, barium, chromium, nickel, lead, and dioxin, and that's just a few. So all these metals that are found in these fertilizers are either known or suspected carcinogens, which can cause cancer and a host of health problems. So these fertilizers that are used are known as synthetic fertilizers, actually destroy the beneficial microorganisms that are found in living soil. In 1 teaspoon of living soil, there are 1 billion microorganisms. Now these microorganisms are beneficial to us. They actually help the plants and the produce increase their absorption of nutrients from the soil so that the fruit or the vegetable or whatever's growing has more nutrients for when we eat it. So these fertilizers are destroying that balance, and then it's keeping us from getting high quality produce. The third category is sewage sludge. This is semi-solid waste that comes from water treatment plants, wastewater treatment plants, and all types of companies, industries that produce waste products. So these toxic materials are used in conventionally grown foods as a way to fertilize. So instead of going to your nearest retailer and picking up a bag of fertilizer, you could actually just stop by on the way home from work at your nearest wastewater treatment plant and pick up their sewage after the water's been filtered and removed, and that would be what you would throw in your garden at home. The fourth category is food additives, and we actually have over 3,000 food additives in the U.S. food industry. These consist of fillers, binders, hydrogenated oils, artificial sweeteners, artificial flavors, artificial colors. All of these are not natural to the foods that are being processed, and it's going to make for a really long ingredient list. So a really simple way to avoid all these potentially harmful ingredients is just when you're shopping, look on the back of the box, and if it's a really long ingredient list and you're not sure what even the word is, best choice is to not choose that product. There's actually a statistic that shows that each person consumes about 4 pounds of food additives per year. So in all the food that you're purchasing at the grocery store, you think it's healthy, you think it's good for you, or maybe you don't think it's healthy, maybe you know it's not good for you. But some of the things you may never even think about are the ingredients that are on the products. You can't even read them sometimes, they're such long names. These have really big side effects and really harmful effects on our bodies. What's crazy is that many of these additives haven't even undergone testing. A lot of them have already been proven to be carcinogenic, but the U.S. government has allowed them to be in food products if it's 1/100th of the harmful level. So if you ate the food once, it wouldn't hurt you, but if you are like many other people that you eat a food more than once, and maybe you eat the food every day for years and years and years, then that food additive can actually become a harmful level. So the food additives have actually been shown to be related to allergic reactions, osteoporosis, cancer, heart disease, and even growth retardation. You're probably familiar with radiation in terms of cancer treatment, and someone can only undergo so much radiation. Actually, it can become harmful if you've gotten too many x-rays and not been protected. That can definitely cause damage to your nervous system and to your body. Radiation is actually used for food processing, conventionally grown foods. And what happens is it decreases the nutrient value in the food, and then obviously it hurts us. It can cause damage to us. So foods that do not have radiation applied to them are going to be the better choice.